yo, hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo, 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 hey, yo. I said what's good. I said what's poppin'. Oh, no. Wait, that's not good. Wait, that's not fucking good. Wait, where's my camera? Where's the old camera? Budget cuts. Hey, budget cuts around here. What are you going to do? They shut the lights out, dude. Electricity bills ain't cheap. How about this? Bam! Bam! I said one more time. Say it with me. 3, 2, 1. Bam! Bravo, bravo, bravo. Good to see you. Good to see you. Good to fucking see you. How are you doing? Let me thank some people directly for their presence, because their presence is a present. Florayons. Yo. Lucky Gamer 10. Yo. Arceus the Grand. Yo. I can't do it all of you individually, but you get the gist. You get the fucking gist of it. Thank you. Jesus Liker 420. That's a powerful name. Think of it, the 13 months. Bitten by a Star. Think of it, the 8 months. Fasano 12. Think of it, the 4. Were there budget cuts because you bought Donkey Kong Bonanza? Isn't it Bonanza, like a banana? No, I have not purchased that just yet. My plan is to steal it from somebody. Always be hustling, okay? Even if you have the cash to buy something, finding a way to steal it earns you a lot more. You're saving cash. You don't get wealthy by buying things. You get it by saving things. Steal it from Lud. Not from Lud directly, but probably from that mogul office. They have like 600 Switch 2s after that Mario Kart thing. So I'm just gonna steal it. I'm gonna fucking yoink it. They're not even gonna notice. Spend money to make money. Well, no, I'm saying the opposite. Sloppy bro, think of the 34 months. Avocado, think of it the 30. 30 months, time for you to thank myself for the first time. I know I've thanked you before. I know that you're playing a fucking dangerous game right now. I've thanked you before. 100%, because your name is so familiar. This is why we should tax the poor more. What do you guys think about taxing the poor? A lot more. Because I don't think we've discussed it enough on this show, but usually I talk about taxing the rich, but I just realized there's a lot more poor people. Why don't we just tax the poor more, and then we can let the rich have a break for once? Yes, they have money too. There's a lot of them. Is this guy stupid? As long as they increase SNAP benefits? No, you can't. Okay, here's the one thing. If we tax the poor, we can't use the money on the poor, or it's just a circular system. That's not good. We can't tax the poor and then pay for things for the poor. Do you understand? That makes no sense. Tax the poor and then use it on things for the rich. Trickle up. Yes, let's trickle up. All poor people combined probably have the same wealth as a rich person, so we should tax them all the same. It is shocking. What percentage of people, what number of people have half the wealth in the United States? It's something absurd. Yeah. Yeah, dude. Wait, there's no way this is right. The wealthiest three families have more wealth than the bottom half of the country? That's too many. It should be the wealthiest one family. It's still 3 whole families? That's crazy. 3 whole families is like, we got no problems. It should be you. It should just be me. Yeah. They're working 24 hours around the clock. It's earned. That's true. I saw a viral YouTube short where Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank talked about how nobody works harder than Elon Musk. He said 24 hours of every day is all signal, no noise. Working, he's the. So obviously that's why he has the wealth that he does. That's that's why. I didn't. I first of all, I thought it was something else, but Mr. Wonderful clued me in. He's never met a streamer. It's actually fucking true. Actually fucking true. If you think Elon Musk works hard, you better meet a streamer. Because that's where the effort hits the road. That is fucking Grussel. Elon Musk, if he woke up as a streamer, he'd kill himself because of the fucking challenge. Watching from Argentina, working the hardest to watch the stream. Pleasure. Dude, I was thinking about visiting Argentina, actually. I don't know exactly when. But I do want to go. It's definitely on my list. You know who else visited Argentina? Who? This is iconic. Is this like a Nazi thing or what are you doing? Was that Argentina? I know they went to South America. Well, you can't let it poison a beautiful country. Hedge fund managers probably work the hardest in all honesty. In all honesty, you think they work the hardest in the world? I'm not so sure about that. I'm not so sure about that. Hey, can't kill me. Thank you for the 14 months. Oil rig? I mean, like, roofers work pretty damn hard. In the hot fucking sun. That's... Maybe the hardest job of all is being an unemployed Twitch viewer. Do you know what I'm saying? Because you have that constant stress of, like, should I send out applications, but it's a waste of time, and then you have to just switch between watching Squeaks and Northern Lion and me and throughout your day, and that's difficult. That sounds fucking challenging. Could really fill your time. Sometimes you have to... Bro, tell my parents that, please. Okay. Okay. Sure, I will. Get me on the phone with mom and dad, and I'll let them know that nobody's working harder than you. There's only 24 hours in a day. It's hard to consume all that content. That's true, dude. Somebody's got to knuckle down and consume. If without the warriors in the front line of consumption, I have to schedule your streams between drilling for oil in the Black Sea. That's kind of interesting. I came here after the Tesla earnings video. I have a crazy return story about my stepdad, and I couldn't find a Discord link. Anyone can help? Just tell me right now. You're live. The Beat Potato, you're live. We're all looking at you. What's your crazy return story? We're all going to listen to it. I did get a bunch. I didn't know Edge was going to put that into a clip. After it was a clip, I got an absolute gargantuan flood of DMs. So much so that I won't be able to read them all. Of people saying their insane return stories. Just scams. Just an absolute ridiculous amount of scams. The amount of people that are defrauding their local retailer is out of control. My stepdad bought an overhang for a car's over 5K. What does this mean? My stepdad bought an overhang for a car's over 5K. I don't know what that means. Like a carport? What? Overhang for a car. Oh, okay. I see. So like one of these. Like a carport, yeah. I assume you mean like this. And it cost him 5K, okay? So he bought one of these to cover the car when it's parked. And it cost him $5,000. That's the start of the story. Okay, then what happened? He bought it over 10 years ago and never put it up. It's missing parts. Gross plastic falling off. Okay. Okay. You returned it 10 years later, is what you're telling me? You must have bought the highest end one, though, if it cost 5,000. They still took the return. It was insane. He's banned from all returns now. Easy 5K, baby. That's worth getting banned. You got $5,000 back on trash? You gave him a pile of trash, they gave you $5,000? That's crazy. Dude. If it was missing parts, less legit. It depends on if you lost the parts, right? I guess if it came with missing parts, then yeah, you can return it. But you should do that within 10 years. Can I return my 2 years of Atrioc subs and get my $250 back? Aaron, I can offer you a firm handshake for your service, and Jeff Bezos will pick up the rest. You have to talk to him. I'm banned from all Walmarts in the country for the next 2 years. Wait, why? Why is that? If you can find the chat box to talk to customer service at Amazon, you can get a refund on anything for any reason without having to send it back. It's easy facts. That's funny. Shambles, thank you for the 32 months. Thank you, Shambles07. Much appreciated. One summer, I worked as a cashier at Dick's Sporting Goods. In my first week, some dad came in and tried to return a $500 baseball bat, very clearly you used. I processed the return and gave him straight cash. This is the thing. This is why everybody does it, bro. Every one of these stories ends with, yeah, and it worked. And I got all the money, and so it's, I don't know. How can you be mad at it? People are doing advanced stuff. They're like buying products that look like other products to return from the higher price, or they're like buying the box. They're doing people are doing some advanced shit to try and scam. So I don't know how that ends up. I don't know what happens after that. I bought a suit for my best friend's wedding, sweated like crazy in it, and took it back on Monday. That's fucked up. That's a classic scam, though. I've probably done that myself. I don't know about sweated like crazy in it, but I think I distinctly, this is like college, dude. I think I bought like a nice shirt from Express for a date. And then after the date, I returned the shirt. I mean, this is a while back, right? But yes, I did. I did do that. It's expensive, bro. I didn't have a lot of cash. And I needed the. That's the grind set. Ari fell for the old gambit. I don't think this is Ari. This was before I dated Ari. There was a guy who would go into Home Depots and get doors from the back. Yeah, I mean, chicken sandwich. You probably learned it from somewhere else, but we talked about it on the stream. It was a wins and fails. I watch the ads for my streamer. Give me all the ads. I'll be the Messiah, but don't give me 13 ads again. First of all, I don't have ads. I mean, maybe I have pre-rolls, but I don't run ads. You can't say give me all the ads, but don't give me 13. Okay, listen, I'm fine if you don't like ads. Just don't say that I'm the ads messiah. I can take all the ads, as many ads as you can throw at me, unless it's over 12. Unless it's over 12, and then of course I can't hold on to it. Um, Hey, thank you for the Prime. Never streams. Ryan Jones, thank you for the 9 months. Asian Doodle, thank you for the Prime. Shambles 07. Beck Sibby, thank you for the Prime. Ricky Suezo, thank you for the gifted. 12G with the 27. E Biggs with the 58. E Biggs, I'll be honest with you. Your name is not as familiar, but you're a 58-month sub. Are you just the GOAT? Like, have I ever thanked you? Yeah, your name does not ring to me as I feel like I know most 50-month subs. You must be a lurker, bro. Just lurk a lot. Yeah, thank you, bro. Appreciate it sincerely. That's incredible. That's incredible. You actually lurk a lot. I'm looking at your chat history, bro. Your chat history is crazy. You chat like 4 times a year since 2020. I can scroll your whole thing to 2020. That's crazy. Hey, in 2020, you said, I'm in school. Are you still in school or have you grown up with this stream? Are you now in college or a graduate? It's been 5 years, bro. How crazy is that? I'm in college now. Wow. That's unreal. That is unreal. Dude, you are literally like 10 messages away from spamming roll my monkey ball roll in 2021. In 2023, you just said, what's up, Beijing? In 24, you spammed Atrioc 7s like 6 different times. And in 2025, you said, what about an RTS where everyone has the same units? That's your whole history. That's your entire history for 5 years of subbing. That's fucking awesome. Thank you. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. You're a fucking... You got something. I need more chatters like you. I don't think you said Glizzy in 5 years, by the way. Am I crazy? Wait, I'm going to check. If you haven't said Glizzy in 5 years, I'm going to VIP you. E-Bigs. I'm doing this right now. I'm scrolling. Okay. You haven't said it in 25. You haven't said it in 24. You haven't said it in 23. You didn't say it in 22. You didn't say it in 21. You didn't say it in 2020. You are... Wait, I'm just checking. I'm making sure. Holy shit. Your first message, thoughts on Biden Fortnite map. I didn't know Biden had a Fortnite map, but you did it. You've been glizzy free for 5 years. That's incredible. Alrighty, Biggs, you're VIP'd. VIP E Biggs 06. I don't remember that. Well, it's real. Appreciate you. Fucking a true day one. W's all around. Kelvin, thank you for the 29 months. MT Om, thank you for the Prime. Peepaw Parker, thank you for the 25. Alcaraz, thank you for the 49. Audit You. You have a lot more messages, so it's very difficult. Okay, I just scrolled back the same length of time, and I'm still in this month. You have way more messages. This is not as easy to... You're a chatter, bro. You chat. I'm trying to find your first message, though. If I fucking hold this thing, it goes all the way back. Your first message came in January of 2021, where you spammed all the numbers between 1 and 10 because you were trying to do a counting stream, I guess. We never did that. You did like that. And then you spammed just a just a lot of stuff about rap. like like your favorite rappers. Like whether I should do more rap review streams. I mean, and then you spammed win Atrioc's money 700 times. Anyway, that's your audit. It's been a long way. It's been a long journey. Hey, Atrioc, first time watching you at 1x speed. Could you speed it up a little? My ADHD brain needs more to focus on. Just eat unhealthy foods and have another monitor open. I don't need to speak. I already speak fast. Hey, Atrioc, I started watching in 8th grade. You should check my logs. High security. How long is your sub? I have to do this for, like, when you hit 40 months, little bro. At the big 40, I'll check it. How can I take a shot and smoke a blunt? That usually helps me. Yeah, it sounds good. I think anytime, this is a good life advice in general. If you're ever feeling like uncomfortable or anxious or bored or stressed in any way, you should self-medicate. You should just find some kind of outside drug or substance that can take the edge off. That's just good advice in general. Alcohol, cocaine, heroin, any of that. Weed. That's all. Ooh, I'm sorry. Even though we're only doing like one thing before Smallville, you are banned. It was nice knowing you, Hulk Hobbs. It was so nice knowing you, but you try to rush me and you're gone, bro. I'm sorry. I'll see you in hell. I'll see you in hell. What did I want? Oh, yeah, I want to talk about something. Something. Oh, well, actually, I don't know much about this. I was going to watch a video. Apparently, Thailand and Cambodia are at war. 30 dead, martial law declared. I honestly don't know why. So I need a update.
On Thursday.
I wasn't even aware of rising tensions between Thailand and Cambodia. I'm completely out of the loop on this. So I have a TLDR video that we'll just watch.
Clashes erupted along disputed parts of the Thai-Cambodian border after weeks of escalating tensions between the two Southeast Asian nations. The renewal of the long-running border dispute has already triggered significant political turmoil in Thailand, has fueled nationalist fervour on both sides, and taken Thailand-Cambodia relations to their lowest.
The only thing I know, I read one thing on it, was that Thailand has a significantly stronger military overall than Cambodia. So it's a little bit stacked. But I don't understand what specifically they're disputing. Border disputes always seem kind of wild. There must be something specifically, right? Because if no one's actually on the border, then it's all theoretical.
Point in decades. So in this video, we're going to explain the Thai-Cambodian border dispute, the fresh fighting between the two countries, and what might happen next.
Okay.
Don't feel overwhelmed by endless news stories. Find out what you need to know every day with TLDR's daily briefing. Listen along. Thailand and Cambodia share more than 800 kilometres of land border, and more than century-old disputes have been a long-running source of tension.
Okay.
The dispute has largely centred on the ancient Hindu temple of Priya Vihir,
there we go,
which sits on a cliff top jutting out of the Dang Rek mountain range, along which the border broadly runs. In 1904, the Kingdom of Siam, modern-day Thailand, signed a border treaty with French authorities that said the border between Siam and Cambodia, part of French Indochina, would run along the watershed line of the Dang Rek Mountains, which in theory would place Priya Vihir in Siam. But the exact border was to be drawn up by the French on behalf of a joint border commission.
We got the French. Never get the French or British to draw your borders, bro. That's guaranteed fighting down the road. Someone's gonna draw your borders, and someone's gonna fuck it up.
This happened in 1907, but the French map placed the temple in Cambodian territory. In 1954, after Cambodian independence, Thailand occupied the temple and surrounding area, seeking to enforce its claim. In 1959, Cambodia went to the International Court of Justice, making the case that the temple and its vicinity was Cambodian, and in 1962 the ICJ awarded the temple to Cambodia in a 9-3 vote, but did not clearly rule on ownership of the wider vicinity. Thailand reluctantly withdrew from the temple in 1963, but the dispute was not settled for good. The area was basically off limits for many years due to the Cambodian Civil War, but as this came to an end in the late 1990s and the site began to become accessible again, the dispute resurfaced, particularly when Cambodia sought to register Priya Vihar.
It just doesn't seem that important. So insane to put two modern military nations that have missiles and jets and guns. It's religious? Oh, I'm sorry. That means it's cool and good. No, you're right. This actually makes sense. Wars fought for religion are the most based ones. Those are the ones that make the most sense. I don't understand. Yeah. Okay, if you're killing people for religion, then it makes...
As a UNESCO World Heritage Site in 2008. Thailand objected to this, saying that Cambodia's application included the land surrounding the temple that belonged to Thailand. The renewed tensions escalated into military clashes along the border, which continued for the next 3 years, killing at least dozens of people and peaking with a week-long exchange of artillery in 2011. Cambodia went back to the ICJ that year, and in 2013 it ruled unanimously that the 1962 ruling had, in fact, awarded the temple's wider vicinity, i.e. the whole hilltop, to Cambodia. However, the court did not address other disputed patches of land, including another nearby hilltop. Fast forward to 2025.
It's so crazy. It's just nobody's even on the hilltop. Come on, dude, who cares? Every hilltop needs a fucking International Court of Justice ruling. If it was, listen, this is going to sound crazy, but if it was like a strategic mineral reserve, if it was a fucking copper mine or a uranium mine, then at least I understand it. But they're fighting to the death over a hilltop that nobody's on. If it was an oil geyser, at least I'd get it. There's money at stake. There's nothing. There's nothing on the hilltop. Think of the tourism dollars the temple brings in. I assume the tourism dollars have already gone to Cambodia because they've had it.
And things have once again escalated. On May the 28th, a brief skirmish between Thai and Cambodian troops along a disputed border area left one Cambodian soldier dead, with both sides blaming the other as the aggressor. This sparked rising nationalism on both sides of the border, and tit-for-tat actions, including border, trade, and communication restrictions. It's also sparked major political turmoil in Thailand, which we've made a few videos about, as a phone call between now suspended Thai Prime Minister Paetongtarn Shinawatra and de facto Cambodian leader Hun Sen was leaked, in which Paetongtarn appeared overly deferential to Hun and even disparaged a Thai army commander. It sparked outrage in Thailand, as critics accused Paetongtarn of being weak and undermining national security. Interestingly,
I was just going to say, like, the leaders could fucking hash this out. It's such a small detail. Somebody should be able to hash it out for a small concession. But it turns out doing that gets you hated by your own people. So what are you going to do? What are you going to do? They should have a push-up contest.
It was Hun Sen himself who leaked the phone call. And he's since been on
Oh my God, you know what you do? This is a fucking marketing play. I'm just going to save it. Instead of making it this fucking military, dangerous nationalist thing, you lean into it and you have the Thai-Cambodian yearly games at the temple. And they each send their best athletes and they do like arm wrestling and racing and they have the games. And everyone gets riled up for their country and they're excited. And if they win, they own the temple for a year. And then next year they do it again. And that way it's like this big game. It spurs the economy. People travel from far and wide to see the games. Everyone's happy. You get to cheer for your country. Nobody dies. I'm solving the country. Boom! Put me in charge, dude. It's already fucking saved. Easy. Easy. And that way, the stupid temple becomes a place where of good instead of bad. They're all gonna take peds and cheat. Both sides show up just absolutely roided to shit. Just fucking.
Bit of a warpath, effectively calling for Pitongtan's government.
Or another suggestion for chat. Or pave the entire temple to the ground, put up a big fucking parking lot, and put a McDonald's right in the middle. Okay? Make it the U.S. Embassy. That's fucking based. That way both sides are happy. It's like a little slice of America. That could also...
to be ousted. People have speculated a number of reasons why Hun has done this. Could it be that he's trying to bolster his and his son, the Prime Minister's position, and distract from domestic problems? Could he feel threatened by the Thai government's plans to legalise casino gambling, which could damage the Cambodian industry? Whatever the case, it has contributed to a major deterioration in bilateral relations alongside the border conflict. During this, Cambodia also announced it would go back to the ICJ to seek a ruling on the unresolved border areas, though Thailand rejects this, saying it doesn't recognise the court's jurisdiction and that it should be resolved bilaterally.
Damn.
But things escalated further this week as fighting resumed on Wednesday, when Thailand blamed Cambodia for laying landmines that exploded in disputed border areas and injured 5 Thai soldiers, leading the Thai government to expel Cambodia's envoy and recall its own ambassador.
That's bad.
For their part, Cambodia claimed the landmines were leftover unexploded mines from its previous civil conflict, and recalled its embassy staff from Bangkok. This triggered a wave of fighting, with exchanges of fire along the border, each side blaming the other for starting it, before things escalated on Thursday morning, when, according to Thailand's foreign ministry...
I just think humans are so stupid, man. This is all avoidable for no gain. And you just got to think about it from the grand scheme. These two countries are in the middle of a fucking changing world. You do not need to be fighting this conflict. Fucking Trump's trying to tariff you both at 40%. You don't need to be fighting over fucking hilltops, dude. There's just not... This is all so wasteful of lives and attention and time and... yeah, that's crazy.
...the court's jurisdiction when Thailand areas, resulting in, quote, civilian casualties and fatalities. In response, Thailand released a statement calling on Cambodia to stop all actions that violate Thailand's sovereignty and deployed F-16 fighter jets to bomb military targets in Cambodia, with the Thai army claiming later on Thursday morning that its mission had been successful and no F-16s had been hit. There was then more exchanges of fire in disputed areas. And, as of 3 p.m. Thai time, the Thai army is claiming that at least 9 civilians have been killed and a further 14 injured. So, what happens next? Well, we still think the most likely outcome is that things calm down, though things could get worse before they get better. There have been numerous skirmishes along the border over the years, and both sides usually find a way to de-escalate. It's also worth noting that a full-on war wouldn't go well for Cambodia. Thailand's population is about 5 times larger than that of Cambodia. Its defence budget is about 7 times larger, and its GDP is more than 10 times larger. However, there were at least 2 things that make this most recent round of fighting more susceptible to escalation than previous skirmishes. First, this conflict has already incurred a remarkable number of casualties. At least 9 people have already been killed, and this will probably end up being the most deadly skirmish between the two countries in at least a decade. Second, the political situation in Thailand means the Thai government doesn't really have the political space to negotiate a de-escalation. After that leaked phone call, the government will want to dispel the idea that it's in any way soft on...
They want to see it as tough as possible. That's fucked up, dude. This is human nature or something, bro. Everyone's got to be like feeling tough.
Cambodia, creating an extra incentive to fight back and escalate. This will make negotiating a peace deal or ceasefire more difficult, because opponents may point to any concessions made as further proof that the government is dangerously soft on Cambodia. Ultimately, the risk here is that this escalates into a repeat of what happened in early 2011, when persistent tensions escalated into essentially a full-on war, which killed at least 20 people, injured hundreds more, and displaced tens of thousands of civilians.
I'm sorry.
This risk
the
is
war killed 20 people, but the minor conflict, the skirmish nowadays killed 30-something? Am I missing something? It was always Cambodia's Temple and Hill, wasn't it? It sounds like there was a ICJ ruling that the temple was theirs, but it wasn't clear about the surrounding area. And they had a follow-up ruling a decade later where they said also the surrounding area. But then they were like, well, that new thing doesn't include this hilltop. so now they're fighting over the hill. Okay? So it seems a little silly.
further heightened as the collapse in the close
It's literally the hill they want to die on. It is quite literally. That is
personal ties between the two countries' powerful political dynasties, the Huns in Cambodia and Shinawats in Thailand, has closed off one of the avenues that could have helped diffuse the situation. As you may know already, here at TLDR we're committed to learning about the world around us and helping you
right? Yeah, okay. All right, well that's I guess what I need to know is a border dispute over a hill. I'm shocked that is turning to full-on 30 deaths. TIE fighters. What is this? Star Wars? I'm gonna time you out. I'm gonna time you out. I think you need to think on this a little more. I think you need to fucking... I think you need to put that back in the oven. Hey, Srimes. Love you as a father. Okay, that's a little far, but I appreciate your subscription. Thank you for being part of the community. Thank you for getting the monkey ball badge. Thank you for the 22 months. What was your first message? But I'm not your father. Just because your mother and I are close doesn't mean I'm your father. What's your first message was soccer resident sleeper in 2021. Amen, bro. Amen. And then in 2021, you said NFT equals not find the cash. This guy's been based since day one. If I see Logan Paul promoting something, I don't touch it with a 10-foot pole. That's your third message. You literally went 3 for 3. You made fun of soccer, Logan Paul, and NFTs in 2021. This is Based Alert. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the sub. I didn't know how you're on a hot streak. A1 since day one. Yeah, I'm a proud father, I guess. Darkfire Oz, thank you for the 14 months. And Year 1302, thank you for the 8. Please acknowledge my sub-anniversary at a time when I don't crash out. I'm glad you're not crashing out, and I appreciate your sub. The Bead Potato, thank you for the Prime. Electruxo, thank you for the 32. Number Nolan, thank you for the 30. Stitch Face Turnips, a Melee enjoyer, thank you for the 6 months. Dr. Juicy MD, thank you for the 55, much appreciated. Dr. Juicy MD, as I scroll back, is a 55-month sub who chats a lot, but only one chat per stream. What? You show up, you say one thing, but you've been in almost every stream. Why do you guys all have such weird back? Everyone's audit is weird. Nobody has a normal audit. You leave like one chat per stream. That's crazy. It makes it more special, I guess. Okay, it's 9 o'clock. I probably have to watch Smallville here. We learned about Thailand, Cambodia. That's all I really wanted to learn about today. I did back-to-back pod recordings. We did the bonus episode and then the Year of Kindness episode back-to-back. So I was a little bit gasolinoed, and then Ari wanted to cook fucking meatballs. So I am going to have to Did you see the executive order about woke AI? Yeah, I saw him sign it live. I was watching the live feed. It's a guy explaining to Trump, he's like, this next one is about your directive to make sure that no AI is infected with the woke ideology mind virus. So now the United States government will only support AI that is deemed to be ideologically in support of the values that you hold dear, Mr. President. And then he signs it, holds it up. This is not a joke. I'm sorry. This sounds like a joke. This is a real thing. And everything I'm saying is essentially what was said. This is not a joke. This is an actual fucking yeah. They had 3 big AI signings by the president, and one of them was about it not being woke. The first one was about states not being allowed to regulate it, which, fair point, might actually make sense. You probably need federal regulation for AI. Each individual state doing it would lead to a lot of weird. What if I take out a really big loan and then I use it to buy the bank that gave me the money? So then all the debt I have, I owe to myself since I own the bank. Holy. Wait a minute. Did you just break the system? Did you just break the fucking system? That's incredible. I think in the real world, there's no bank that would loan you enough money to buy itself. There's nobody with that ability. You don't have that. Isn't that a leverage buyout? You can leverage buyout a different company, but you would still owe the money back to the bank. You can't. Have you been to every bank? I'm just saying, like, you know, let's say you wanted to buy JP Morgan Chase. That's $816 billion. Okay? That's a difficult loan to get. They don't usually give that out. You only need controlling stakes, though. What I'm saying is I think there's probably some flaws in your plan. I can't see them. It sounds like you've really got it all figured out, but... Oh, yeah, the Ghislaine Maxwell stuff. I guess we can talk about that. Actually, we don't even talk about... We'll talk about... Well, I think CoffeeZilla's got a video. Let's watch that real quick. Voidzilla. But, you know, high level is that... And I think I was wrong about this. I said Ghislaine Maxwell would not get a pardon because that's fucking insane. Insane politically. Like, pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell is the most guilty thing you could possibly do. But it's seeming like he might do it as a way to get her to shut up.
Are we really about to pardon?
Let's see.
Ghislaine Maxwell, that's the story we're going to go over today. Look, we know that Bill Clinton knew Ghislaine Maxwell. We know Trump knew her as well. We know he wished her well, but previously this was unthinkable, as she is literally the only person, the only co-conspirator who's ever faced any consequences for the abuse that Epstein did. She was sentenced to 20 years in prison and was charged, among other things, for perjury, aka lying, although she was never ultimately tried for it because they went after the heavier counts. However, Maxwell is appealing her conviction and her lawyer has been pushing to get this in front of Donald Trump. This is a quote from her lawyer, quote, "I'd be surprised if President Trump knew his lawyers were asking the Supreme Court to let the government break a deal. He's the ultimate deal maker. I'm sure he'd agree that when the United States gives its word, it should keep it." Of course, referring to the non-prosecution agreement that Epstein had with prosecutors back in 2007. This all came to a head today when Trump was asked if he would consider pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell, and he wouldn't rule it out.
Would you consider a pardon or a commutation for Ghislaine Maxwell if she's cooperating?
It's something I haven't thought about. It's really something. It's something I'm allowed to do it, but it's something I have not thought about.
But you wouldn't rule it out.
So
I'm allowed to do it. That should be an easy no. The only, he's actually thinking about it. He actually wants to do it. Yeah, I mean, they can't kill her. It'd be crazy to kill her. And if you can't kill her, what do you got to do? You got to pay her off. You got to give her her freedom in exchange for not mentioning you. That's wild.
Rather than just say no, he says, look, I'm actually allowed to do it. He won't rule it out. And of course, this friendliness wasn't just shown there. It's been shown for years. Trump famously said he wished her well when referring to her trial that was upcoming.
I just wish her well, frankly. She's now in jail. Yeah, I wish her well. I'd wish you well. I'd wish a lot of people well. Good luck. Let them prove somebody was guilty.
So, yeah, that's not great. And then now his deputy attorney general is meeting privately with Maxwell.
Yeah, I wish Hitler well. I wish a lot of people well. Okay? I wish Stans well. I wish Ludwig well. Yeah, I wish Hitler well. There's a difference. It's not just any person. It's a fucking convicted conspirator of child sex trafficking. Convicted.
I can help with all sorts of things, but that request may go against my guidelines.
Did you hear that? That's so funny. That's so fucking funny. If you didn't hear it, I think ChatGPT or fucking Siri or whatever, the Bixby, just said, I can help with all sorts of things, but that may go against my guidelines. When I was screaming about Hitler and... That's so funny. That's so funny. Too woke, I guess. I didn't know AI assistants had gone woke, but there you have it. I thought Trump ruled against this.
Of course, everybody was okay with the idea of her testifying in public in front of Congress, but that's not exactly what happened. Instead, what Todd Blanche did was privately meet with her in a meeting that nobody was allowed to see. And he said in a statement, "Today I met with Ghislaine Maxwell and I'll continue my interview of her tomorrow. The Department of Justice will share additional information about what we learned at the appropriate time." Of course, that's brought to you by the same people who said they'd release additional credible evidence. So we don't exactly know what that means. And when Maxwell returned to prison, she returned with a white box of materials, which a lot of people, myself included, found very strange because she left with nothing. We also have to note that Todd Blanche was Trump's personal lawyer, so some people are calling it a conflict of interest. Even though he is no longer the personal lawyer, he is now the deputy attorney general. Now, Ghislaine's lawyer gave some statements on the matter. He claimed that she answered all questions truthfully during her DOJ interview, and now
This
says
is so
she
corrupt.
is seeking...
This is so corrupt. Trump's former personal lawyer is the only one who gets to investigate Ghislaine Maxwell privately, no public questioning. As he's talking about possibly pardoning her, when she's the only one with the fucking ability to verify these people who are implicated. What are we going to do about it? Farm Big A clips, Golding fighting link. That's what the founding fathers would have wanted. That's what we're going to do. We're going to farm Big A clips about it.
A pardon, though she says she hasn't approached Trump about it directly, but that they hope a pardon is in the works.
We haven't spoken to the president or anybody about a pardon just yet. And listen, the president this morning said he had the power to do so. We hope he exercises that power in the right and just way.
So they haven't approached him yet, but they hope he'll do it. Look, this is all laying the groundwork for a possible pardon for the only person who has ever been convicted, with many people pointing out this is a huge conflict of interest because, of course, the guy who controls the pardons also may be implicated in this, and Maxwell stands to basically clear him of all wrongdoing for the right favor. Now, it's been reported just now from the New York Post that Ghislaine Maxwell gave the DOJ about 100 different people linked to Jeffrey Epstein, so we don't.
I thought there was none. I was told that the files were empty, and the only thing on them was Jeffrey Epstein's name 100 times. I heard there was no list, no human beings linked to it. The only person guilty was him and her. Nobody else knew about it. It was completely under wraps.
Gave the DOJ about 100 different people linked to Jeffrey Epstein, so we don't know how much of that is true. Again, all these meetings are behind closed doors, which is what I and many people have such a problem with. Why not do this in public instead of...
My one question is, how did Obama, when he faked the list, get Ghislaine Maxwell to memorize it? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, when he wrote it up himself, how did he smuggle it into her in prison so that she could memorize it and then pretend to drop the list to someone else? He inceptioned her. He used drones.
These backroom deals, because let's be clear, we all want more people tried. So the idea that the DOJ got info on 100 different people, it all sounds promising, but is it enough to bring charges? Is it enough to actually implicate people? That is the real question behind all of this. Do we actually see real prosecutions from this, or is this more transparency theater and actually a cover-up? In fact, there are already rumors coming out from some sources at ABC News that Ghislaine Maxwell may have already been granted a limited form of immunity to testify in the first place, presumably only for the new information that she's talking about. But still, it does seem like a pardon for Ghislaine Maxwell is very much on the table,
That's
very much
horrifying.
possible, and it's sick to imagine that the one person who's ever faced any consequences for the most notorious trafficker of all time might get away with it.
That's the end of the video?
Welcome to the Daily Show.
Thanks, Jon Stewart, but
Are we really about to pardon Ghislaine?
That's wild. That's wild. Clinton arrest incoming? Dude, that would be the way out. That would actually be the way out of this this political fiasco for Trump. Is if you get Ghislaine Maxwell to name everybody but you in exchange for the pardon. Well, name all the Democrats in exchange for the pardon. Then publicly lock up Bill Clinton. That's the blood for your base. And they'll go, fuck yeah. Yeah, that's actually the play. That's crazy. That might happen. That's terrifying. That's terrifying. Democrats wouldn't care. You're not really understanding what I'm saying. Trump is facing a problem right now where it's seeming like he's on the list. And many Republicans are becoming angry with him. His approval is dropping. A way to get them to stop caring about that is to arrest Bill Clinton publicly for being on the list. It means you're like doing what you promised. You're going after it. And you get Ghislaine Maxwell to name everybody but you in exchange for a pardon. So now you've solved your political problem and you've locked up some opponents. It doesn't matter that Democrats don't care about Bill Clinton. It's the base you're figuring out. Thanks for the 5 months, Notion Rain. Did you know Obama is coincidentally into raising carrier pigeons? Imagine if Maxwell takes the pardon but then snitches on Trump anyway. I'm not sure that's how it would work. I'm not sure that's how it would work. You know what? As much as I'd love for heroism out of a co-conspirator sex trafficking, I don't have much faith that she's going to be like, yeah, put me on the stand. I'll take the deal. And then switch up. And then the people have to know the truth. I feel like she might just be a bad person. I might be a pedophile, but I cannot tell a lie. That's what she'll say. Yeah, she might go Saul Goodman on us. Maybe. Okay, let's watch a little Smallville, baby.